Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. Hey, it's me. It's CGB, and I'm here, back again on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel, where I'm going to share one of the best decks I've found in the last several weeks. The deck that you're going to look at today is currently going in 6-0, and I have played it into top 100 Mythic, so I think that it is the kind of deck that you can find great success with. I really want people to go out there, try it, and see what kind of win rates you can put up. It seems to have great game against the most important decks in the format, which are mono red burn, blue white soldiers, and mono black aggro to control mid-range invoke despair-ish piles. This deck is green white humans, and it's a human deck that did pick up a few additions from the most recent set, notably Melira, the Living Cure. This legend is a very important one as it protects your most important humans and human I guess you would call amplifiers. So Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, is a card, of course, you want to protect. And so is Sigarda, the Champion of Light, an anthem attached to an angel to make all of your humans deal even more damage. But, as always, protecting Brutal Cathar is really just some of the strongest things that you can do, since when this card sticks, it's a removal spell attached to something that will beat the opponent to death. This is also an Anointed Peacekeeper deck, which you don't see too much of, but with Standard being very predictable at the moment, being able to shut down key cards can make a huge difference on the game itself. Another card that really shines in this particular deck is Kayla's Reconstruction. Getting to look at your top 7 and grab all the Brutal Cathars, Anointed Peacekeepers, and Meliras that you might need is incredibly powerful, and even though we have the taxing effect of Thalia in our deck, making it cost a little more, we can often have it because we are a Catilda Dawnheart Prime deck. So, the little splash of green adds a lot of resiliency and power to our white human creatures, and I think that this deck is an underrated, unsung hero in the current meta that can keep up with the most popular decks out there. I think that you guys will really enjoy it. So play a couple of white creatures, make them awesome with the green cards, and smash and smash and smash. And if anything bad happens, just cast Kayla's Reconstruction and get even more onto the battlefield. Let's dive in. Let the green-white human nonsense begin. All right, on the play. Keeps. No one drop, but plenty of action. Good old Thalia, Kayla's Reconstruction combo. But don't worry, they're going to have to kill the Thalia. That's the idea between running Thalia in these decks, quite honestly. Even with spells you want to cast with X in their mana cost, is they got to kill the Thalia, right? Or you just draw Catilda and you have too much mana anyway. Alright, so many creatures, but not getting past the Thalia yet. The question is going to be, do they have... Oh, now it's not a question. Go ahead and name Angel with this one. The question would be, do they have End the Festivities? And we're going to answer it. They do. I name End the Festivities. So they do have a Lightning Strike, but they need a land to cast it. They also need a land to cast the Impulse. Let's be aggressive. They could double block there, but I'd take the trade because we have another Thalia in hand. I hope they use the Play with Fire on the Thalia this turn. But they drew the land, so they could... Okay, yeah, they can do the Lightning Strike. That's unfortunate. They definitely ripped exactly what they needed with that one. But we ripped what we needed. Big creature. All right, so they can deal 3 to it. They'll probably play with Fire the Thalia, so let's attack with it. And you pay up for End the Festivities. They have Play with Fire as an option. Oh, wait, this is a 3-2. What are you doing? Mono red. Yeah, sit down. Oh, Mythic Mono Red. Classic. On the play, top 200 gamer coming at ya. Respect and fear Galgary. And your mono red ways will have nothing. Behold the power of green-white. Razor Verge Thicket theme deck. 2 mana, 3/3. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? You're gonna play your land. Okay. That can't block. That attacks. Yeah, I'll block. That's fine. Show me a card. Maybe I'll just name it with my Peacekeeper. Would you like another Feldon? I mean, they'll take the play with fire, right? They need another mountain because they played Foundry on 2. Usually that means they need another mountain. Not necessarily. Maybe they did just want to activate next turn. Yeah, they take the play with fire. Okay. So, I mean, we're going to play the Peacekeeper. Here's the funny thing. We could just kind of lock them out of that play with fire or make it take their whole turn. And they have 2 of them. They also have a Thundering Raiju, and they do have enough lands. So let's just make their turn really suck. Name play with fire. We do have to be ready for a Thundering Raiju next turn. That could be a scary thing, but that's a good time to play the Catilda when we know they want to cast it. Okay, they're from exile to face. Scry to the bottom. They're actually going to try to outvalue me. All right, untapped land, pretty cool. So we could play an adversary on 2. The opponent can play with fire to kill it. No, they can't. Well, if they do, it's most of their turn because we still have a Peacekeeper naming play with fire. It's a really good Peacekeeper. I don't think they'll kill the Catilda. Here's what I want. A little of this. I'm going to dare them to play the Thundering Raiju or a play with fire. We use the Catilda to use the adversary. And that's threatening to have a lot of mana. So what are they most afraid of? Probably the Lifelinker. Yep. They're not going to play their Raiju on curve. They're going to pay 3 to play with fire the adversary. We could bring it back. We could bring it back. It will not give a bonus to everybody anymore, though. I think it's worth it for the life. Come at me. Come and get it. They do. Do we block? Yeah, might as well. Things are going good. There's another one, but let's get in there with Peacekeeper. Let's reconstruct for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect number. Chosen. Smashed. Mono red, backhanded, and destroyed. I love it. On the play. A little bit of Thicket into a little bit of Thalia. Although, we'll see what they play. If they play a creature, it might not be Thalia. It might be Melira to protect Peacekeeper and Cathar. Okay, that's a Thalia. And then we probably play Peacekeeper, probably. I was going to say maybe it's Melira next turn to protect something like a Peacekeeper. Straight to a cut down. Okay, they had it. Show me that grip. We got Rafine. Wow. Okay, oops, all legends. So the Rafine is frustrating, but the Sheldred is the most scary thing. The Glissa is a pain in the frickin' neck. We'll probably have to Brutal Cathar it, but we can. But how do we beat a Sheldred? This deck isn't going to run much removal, so I think our plan has to be play Brutal Cathar next turn, then flip it, then double spell. So what do we not want them to play the most? Is it Rafine? I guess we have to deal with Sheldred for a minute. Although by the... oh, they have Plaza to protect it too. Alright. Then we're going to name Sheldred. That's really unfortunate. This is going to be tough. Actually, this... No, it does... Nothing blanks the Glissa. You gotta remember how that first strike stuff works. So, I'm going to actually hold the recruitment officer, because my plan is to play nothing next turn, then double spell the next turn. No, I play the recruitment officer because I can use it to dig. I just need a 3-mana creature. That can fill my spell. Yeah, that would be a mistake not to play it for sure, because this way we have something to do while we flip our Brutal Cathar. It's only a 1/4. It's only a 1/4. They take it? Awesome. Transform. And then dig with this, turn after double spell, transform back. That's how we deal with their creatures, including an ow. All right, you're gonna get your... Nope, gonna stay home to block. There's an initiate, nice cheap creature, good hit. Human, done. Let's go with Initiate Malira, adversary next turn to pump everybody to the moon. Now they can Plaza here. Okay, that sucks. Wow, they pulled that off. Ugh. All right, we've got to have our Cathar, but we're missing the trigger now. I guess we get the ETB one. They do lose 2. They go to 10. We take ow. Got to figure out how to manage the Glissa. They don't get to Sheldred play until next turn. They are going to go ahead and connive. I have to pass the turn again, but thankfully I have the recruiter. And we're just going to work on this Brutal Cathar. We can hope they attack us with the Glissa. Okay, here's Shelly. Here's Glissa. I mean, hope is probably the wrong word. Do we block with the Brute? If we block with the Brute... Well, it doesn't matter now. It's a 4/4. And now they have the Plaza to protect the Sheldreds. Pretty much a disaster. We did not find another Brutal Cathar with Recruitment Officer yet. I mean, a +2 bonus here goes a ways. But not far enough, huh? Not far enough. Also, really want this to flip. So we can do a +1 bonus. That does almost nothing. All right. There's the Plaza. And we'll see if they have another spell to cast. They probably will. They're going to get to connive after all. Am I dead? We have to remember that we take damage for drawing. Yep, gotta block something. Might as well be the Glissa. Down to 5. Could still draw a Kayla's Reconstruction and do some crazy things. We've got Plaza mana open. If they pass, though, we transform. Not that that's huge in the relevance category here. So Seiju off the top doesn't help much. So we just gotta go for it. I'm sure they have something to make our plan bad, but we've got to try. Maybe they got nothing. Hmm? You got nothing? Dang! Thought I was dead. Thought I was dead. Pulled that one right out of my behind. On the draw is pretty rough, but it's got a Brutal Cathar, so we'll keep it. It's also a lot of land. I really hope that we draw like a 1 or 2 mana creature, so we don't have to play Adversary, but we'll see. All right, they got Rot Priest already. And we have 3 Razor Verge Thickets. Thank you, Shuffler. Let's just put these Thickets over here, because I'm definitely drawing the 4th one. Just as bad. Okay, 2 straight lands after keeping a 4-lander on the draw. That's about the most Magic Arena thing I can think of. And they've got a Duelist, which will probably take off the board with Cathar, but they don't attack. Hey, this might even give us something to do with all that mana. Adeline? This Duelist is going to be a problem. I don't really want to Cathar it, because then they play an Annex Sentry on my Cathar when they draw the land, but they are missing a land for now. Also, attacking with the Adversary into the Duelist, super bad. But this is a really good blocker, and it might draw out an Annex Sentry if they top a land, which, you know, I think they will. We've had no problem topping lands. Ooh, going in. Hold. All right, Tyvar's Stand does the job, right? So maybe that's... we need to draw it out of them. Yeah, make them have it. Make them have it. It does take their turn. Hopefully we draw another Adeline. That's a land. Gotta do it. I mean, at this point, we're just falling too far behind. Nothing useful is happening to us. Might even pass next turn to transform it. Might be another game where we just have to flip Cathars to have a real shot. No attacks from the opponent feels good. Melira and Adversary, though. Melira doesn't defend the Adversary, the Cathar well in this spot. Let's transform. Opponent's still on 2 lands and 11 life. Right now they can only block with the Rot Priest, so maybe I'm just supposed to start attacking here because these don't have lifelink yet. Yeah, we definitely want the Rot Priest gone. We're going to double spell this turn. Let's start like this. I'm gonna hide the Melira. If they take this hit, they die on their upkeep. So they've got to block. Are we gonna get there with 8 lands? So, right now the attack, they don't have lifelink, and they can't block. I think they're dead. They finally pull the trigger. And scoop it up. Okay. Well, Mana Screw versus Mana Flood. Mana Screw wins if they get enough time. So as Mana Flood, you gotta move. On the draw again. At least I have 1-drops. Oh, how I hate to be on the draw again. Go ahead and play an Initiate to match up against this 1/1. We should be able to put together a lot of mana, though. Thalia? Don't care. Love that feeling. I could double Thalia, that's how much I don't care. But yeah, let's get Catilda going. We take an attack next turn, probably, but that's okay. Cathar on the... You can't! Protection from werewolves! Taste it! Protection from werewolves. Yeah. Why don't they read the cards, guys? What's wrong with people? It's like they just cast them without thinking. So depressing. Anyway, let's take this hit. Ganjo's a good one. We'll have 2 legendaries once Thalia's on the field, so we can use it for 1. Go ahead and Peacekeep. What else we got down here? Harbin. I mean, they can pay 4 for Harbin. Harbin's gonna potentially end this game. I think we have to name it. If we name Seed of the Empire, there's definitely a place where that's useful, but, you know, if we force them to spend all their mana on Harbin, we're better off. We have a few tricks against Harbin. We can Boseiju the frontliner to buy a turn. But what we really need to do is draw our own Brutal Cathar or a Reconstruction. I guess Reconstruction is a little nerfed by 2 Thalias. Nothing. They're transforming and they're holding up a Ganjo. That's a good draw. They're holding up a Ganjo. They're not casting their Harbin. Maybe they drew Resolute Reinforcement so they can play Harbin and win next turn. And if that's their draw, there isn't much I can do. I should just have the Boseiju ready, and that's about it. But here's Sigarda. An attack is going to get Ganjo'd. So let's not. We can activate Recruitment Officer instead. Okay, no Resolute Reinforcements. That's a good thing. We need to find a way to make our Sigarda bigger than the Ganjo channeling ability. I think the opponent will pass again, unless they can double spell to use the Moonrage Brute. Okay. Oh, this is what we're doing. Yep. Okay, we got a selection. Guess it's got to be you. It's a pretty good one. How big do we go? Probably not too big. Just want to start swinging with Sigarda and find more stuff. We still need to have mana open to do things in case they try to Harbin luck sack us. So I think we just do this once, to be honest. Because then we can still activate Recruitment Officer and use Boseiju. 1 does what we need it to do, which is get the Sigarda over the Ganjo. And another adversary seems good. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. But where my Brutal Cathars at? That's what I'm starting to ask. And they are flooding out. Thank God. That's how you keep Harbin in check. You just have your opponent flood out when you need them to. Easy. Easy. Our opponent's top 100 Mythic, so I mean they're on a pretty good run. Eventually, you take a little bit of luck. But you've noticed they will not tap out for this Harbin. They could cast it. It costs 4. Like, they could play it here and still have a Ganjo open. They're just not playing it. Because I think they know that instant speed, we usually don't have a way to even deal with it. There's a Cathar. There we go. Now remember, it does enter on the wrong side. So we don't get the immediate exile. But if we double spell, these both transform. But ours can resolve first because it's on their turn. So we want the double spell. Let's see if we can get Sigarda to find us something nice. Malira is a good one. We gotta also double Anointed Peacekeep the Harbin, but with the line we're taking, it shouldn't be a problem. They might have a tricky play. Otawara. Okay. Think. Do I need this mana? Can I use this mana? Yes, but no, but yes. All right. Bounce. Now that you Ganjo? I mean, I can still use Catilda if I want to defend Sigarda. And they know that. So they're checking me for priority, trying to get me to act. Now they go for it. If we use Catilda here, and we only have 3 mana left over, 4 total. We can play Cathar, but we can't double spell. I think the Cathar double spell just wins us this game, and I don't think we need this Sigarda to win. And like I said, it's my opponent's turn when this flip occurs, which means my Cathar will resolve first. And that's the gotcha. It means their Cathar trigger does nothing. Carbon finally coming out at the price of 4. Do I have enough to activate this? Don't think I do. Okay, then we'll just do you again. This recruitment officer, though, has been hitting the pavement. I do appreciate it. And then we drop an adversary. The adversary gives everything. I think we'll tap like the Cathar. +4. 1, 2, 3. +4, +4. And then we swing. And that's going to do it. High stakes game. We are trying to get into top 100 Mythic, running a green-white human pile that I don't see very often. Not very meta, so feels good. And we're finally on the play. This draw looks pretty explosive. If the Catilda dies, we could be in trouble. Okay, we drew a land. We're doing all right. Let's go with Catilda. Let's go with the Initiate. Initiates probably don't grow next turn, but they do make a lot of mana. Harvester, okay. Catilda, not long for this world, most likely. Sigarda. Sigarda. All right, 6 mana. I think we play both of these, even though we don't have the mana for Sigarda next turn unless we draw land. I think they'll kill Catilda, but maybe not. All right, they've got backup Harvester, so we're going to name that so it costs them mana to use. Then we're going to drop the Adeline. Now, to use their Harvester, they have to pay 2. And they have to pay 2 more to cast this Harvester. So their hand is Springs, Sheoldred, Vran, Sheoldred, Fable. I think it's going to be way too slow. They don't have spot removal outside of using the Harvester ability, and now it's going to cost them. They're still at 20. They're still at 20. That's the bright side if you want to look at it from their perspective. Do they know that they have to pay up for this ability? The weird thing is they kind of have to kill the Catilda. They don't know about my last card, but it's a banger. And if I have access to the mana, it's going to hurt. I could also just top a land. They go for Fable. Yeah, may as well try to fix their draw, right? All right. Nope, nope, nope. Not what I meant to do. You know, at some point they switched the sides of those abilities. All right, that could cost me big. That could be a huge problem. At some point they switched the sides of those abilities, and now if you just accidentally double tap too quick or something, you could do something you didn't mean to do, like I just did. What do you think? Are they going to cast a Sheoldred this turn? I was just trying to tap Catilda for mana to cast the Sigarda because I didn't want Auto Tapper to tap the wrong human. And that's what I got. The real Magic the Gathering Arena experience here lately, folks. We've had disconnects, misclicks, all kinds of disaster. All right, they're going after Catilda. That is a problem. And drawing another Sigarda is definitely a problem. The Initiates could remove counters. I think we just play the Thalia, though. It makes their life so difficult. Yeah, time to find blocks. They're going to hold on to Vran, which gains life, so that makes some sense. Still taking a ton. Their board should be defended going into this turn. It's going to be important that we draw an untapped land. Peacekeeper still naming Harvester. Hopefuls can pay 3 mana to kill a Reflection, so we shouldn't have a dead turn. Also might be important to take out a blocker. Here's Shelly. All right, I mean, that's the play. We draw and it hurts. It is a brutal Cathar. Of course it is. All right, if the opponent blocks here and here, we have lethal damage coming over. It doesn't matter what we take, and we should take the Vran because it could jump in front of Thalia, which has first strike, to gain 2 life. I'll take a happy face. I'm a little salty. I'm a little salty about the miss a click, but I'll take a happy face. Top 100, baby.